and welcome to episode 9 of Lisburn Distillery TV. I'm Lydia Campbell.
And I'm Colin Hopkins, and on today's action-packed episode, we'll be looking back at the Whites' tremendous win at Newington at Seaview at the weekend.
Colin and I will be making a trip to the Bangor Fuels Arena to preview this weekend's game against the Seasiders.
We'll also be discussing the club's top goal scorers this season, as well as giving you a full update on the club's share launch.
We will finally be getting a quick update on the Colin versus Lydia Forecast challenge.
Well, Lydia, can you believe it's February already?
No, absolutely not. The days are flying in already.
Seems no time since we did the Christmas special,
Yes,
around to February.
I know. Flip, not long
Absolutely
ago.
scary. So, anything exciting or interesting to report this week?
Well, not for me, but I did hear a good one about the club on Saturday.
Oh yes, you did indeed. Basically, we were playing at Seaview on Saturday against Newington. Now, anybody who knows Seaview at all will know below the main home stand there's like a social club area which has got a glass wall and a glass door to let you into it and so forth, so you can actually view from the match from there. But of course, our boys, Johnny McGaw and a few of the other guys, were in there at half time. Johnny's currently injured, and of course, coming out back up the second half, Johnny didn't realise it was a glass door and proceeded to go splat, face first, straight into this glass door, which is much to the amusement of his fellow players and a lot of supporters who've seen it as well. We all had a good laugh at it, so hopefully your face doesn't take too long to repair.
Yeah, we're not going to let you forget that one, Johnny,
Never,
unfortunately.
never. Anyhow, back to the football.
Yes, it turned out to be a super weekend for the Whites when they picked up an invaluable 3 points against Newington at Seaview on Saturday.
And the good news is we do have highlights from that game. Unfortunately, we have missed one of the Newington goals, but I'm sure Lisburn Distillery supporters won't be too grudged about that one. Anyhow, here's how the highlights shaped up.
Colin, yet another goal fest. You're talking, there's been a lot of goals the past couple of
Very
games.
much so.
8 last week, 4 the weekend before that,
Yeah.
and 5
Yeah.
this weekend.
Certainly great value for money watching it, right?
Definitely.
So, and the good news is most of them are going in our favour, which is excellent to be honest. Fair play to the guys. They played really well on Saturday. They took their chances when they came along. Yes, we did miss a few, which we shouldn't have missed on another day, but yes, all very, very positive on that side.
Yeah, definitely, and as you're saying there was a lot of chances. I mean, for me, looking at that, I would say, well, we're creating a lot of chances. Yeah. Yes, okay, there's chances missed there. Alan McMurtry will not want to look at that one again. Sorry
I'll
about
never
that.
forget you about that one.
But to be fair, the creative players are really are doing something very, very good at the minute, and that's something that is very promising.
Yeah.
As a fan of the club, we need to keep focusing on that.
Yeah.
And they scored 3 good goals. Do you know what I mean?
The other thing is we had a number of first team starting debuts on Saturday. A lot of players weren't available for various reasons. Guys came in, did the job, did a first class job, it has to be said, and all of a sudden the management has a selection heading. Yeah,
which is a fantastic problem to have, to be honest. I mean, sometimes you get to this time of the year and you're trying to get signings in because you're thinking, my players are injured, people are suspended. Well, now we're in the situation that they're struggling to pick an 11 because there's so many people are worthy of those first team slots.
Exactly.
And you know what, that competition within the camp is only going to drive players on.
Yeah. And the other positive thing after Saturday's result was the fact that the Whites have moved now to 5th position in the league. Still a few points behind the top spot, but they have a few games in hand, and so it's nice now to all of a sudden be looking up the table as opposed to be looking down it.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Before Christmas there was that little niggling fear, are we actually going to get pulled into a relegation battle here after last season? But now we've been in fantastic form. Yes, we've had 2 defeats recently. Both have been in cup competitions. But you're talking, we haven't lost in the league since before December.
No,
it's
5 games
very,
unbeaten.
very promising. That's 2 months.
Yeah, excellent stuff from that viewpoint.
Well, after the Newington game, Colin caught up with George O'Boyle just to get the management team's opinion on the game.
Okay, George, that was a bit of a strange game. It's a game we could easily have had out of sight in the first sort of half or so. Missed a lot of chances. What was your take on it?
Yeah, it's another day in this championship 2. We find that the games are never dead, no matter how comfortable you are. You feel you are in the game. The opposition just keep going and keep coming at you. But as you said there, in the first half, I think the chances we had going 2-0 up, we should have maybe got that third goal, and it looked like we might have had a penalty claim as well. So it's disappointing in that point of view. But I think getting the boys in at half time, conceding the goal, we just warned them about what had happened up at Port Stewart. We were comfortable in the game, 2-0 up. They scored just before half time, so same sort of scenario. So we learnt from our lesson. I think we did. We started the second half again. We were strong, we were resolute till we got a foothold in the game again. And then again, as you say, we created numerous chances and should have been out of sight. But as we know, then 1 goal changes everything, and they got what I thought was a very, very soft penalty. And obviously again, the goalkeeper makes a good save, and the follow-up, probably we could be critical that why weren't we there first before their guy to stick it in the back of the net. But these things happen. And then again, we grew stronger in the game again, even though I felt at that stage there was decisions that seemed to be going against us, and you think, is it going to be your day because of those decisions? But we just kept plugging away. We held a better shape, I think, which was vitally important for us. That shape and that discipline, I think, seen us over the line in the end. Although 3-2, and you're thinking at the end we were hanging on, but we weren't really hanging on. But it's disappointing that the game, it should have been out of sight. But at the end of the day, to come away from home in this league and go away with 3 points, it's not easy. So we're delighted with the result.
Gives you a selection headache for you and Mac, of course, next week, because a lot of the boys were back from suspension, from being away. Players have played well tonight, and you're going to have to think who's going to come in, who's going to go out.
Yeah, and that's what we've wanted, and we haven't had that. We knew we started with a small, thin squad, and we knew we were going to be tried and tested. We've added 3 to it, but we've lost 2, so we're still thin on the ground. And as you say, a week's a long time in football. I mean, we'll see what happens. I know Podrick took a knock, so we'll see how he is. But for the boys coming, all we can ask of the boys that get the shirts, and Mac alluded to that at the start of the game, make it difficult for us to leave you out at this. Come 3 o'clock today, it's your shirt you keep it. So yes, but we will look at that, and we'll look at who we're playing. Bangor up next week at home. We'll have a good look at that and decide what we think is the best 11 players, hopefully are the best 16 to get us over the line and get 3 points.
George, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us today on Lisburn Distillery TV. Thank you.
More good news coming out of the club on Saturday was the continued good goal scoring form of both Paul Young and Nick Betta. Young getting a brace and Betta adding yet another goal to his tally after his brace last week.
All makes it very, very interesting, the race for the top goal scorer for Lisburn Distillery this season. At the top of the charts we have Alan McMurtry on 9, closely followed by Johnny McGaw, who's currently got 8 goals, and then on 7 goals apiece we've got Paul Young and Nick Betta, so it's all getting very interesting. Who's going to win that one, Lydia?
Oh, it's too hard to call, and I don't want to put my neck on the line with this. But we'll have Johnny, who flew into the league at the start of the season. Goals have maybe dried up a little bit. Not his performances are fine, but it's just maybe the goal side of things that have dried up. But you have Alan, who's been quite consistently banging them in, and then you have Young and Betta, who, as we say, have burst into life recently, which is great to see.
Great to see. One of our supporters commented in one of the internet forums to sort of say that as a club we've been looking for a striker for a number of months now, really top striker, and maybe Nick Betta is the answer. Maybe all of a sudden he's been hidden below the radar, and all of a sudden he's now coming to life and proving that he is a top goal scorer for them.
Yeah, and I think with strikers all over the world it comes with confidence. You don't really see a striker that often who just consistently scores. What you see is whenever they have the confidence, and we saw with Jamie Vardy last year, scored an unbelievable amount of goals, and then this season maybe it's just struggled, and to me that's all confidence. When these strikers, when they get one, often the next one's very, very, very closely followed. And I think that's going to happen this time as well.
Well, hopefully the players will all be still hitting the target regularly from now to the end of the season, but it'll be interesting to see how that exactly pans out, who finishes the top goal scorer. Good luck to all the guys.
Next up for Lisburn Distillery is a home game against our old foes Bangor FC, but on this occasion we felt it only right to let both teams have their say in the game ahead.
With this in mind, Lydia and I headed off to the Bangor Fuels Arena last Saturday night, where we met up with Bangor TV's Matthew Muir to see exactly what the Seasiders were thinking of this week's game.
Okay, so first of all, Matthew, would you like to just tell us what you do for Bangor Football Club?
Well, I do quite a lot of jobs actually. As you probably know, I'm the TV guy, so I do a bit of TV presenting and obviously the match coverage every week. I also run the website, which is a very stressful job sometimes as well. I also run the Facebook page, and I also am in charge of the Bangor FC app, which is obviously a mobile phone or tablet app where you can obviously get news and highlights and stuff every week. So many jobs here at the club. So yeah, I'm a busy man here.
Looking back to the last fixture then, just before we look at ours, it was a 2-2 draw, thrilling here. Yes. It was first game of the season for both teams, and I think it really set the tone for the season, maybe scoring a lot of goals but conceding a lot of goals for both sides perhaps. Yep. Are you expecting much the same this weekend, or what do you think?
I hope so. That's all I can say. I hope so. I mean, with us this season, we've been scoring a lot of goals, but our problem has been with conceding a lot of goals. Going back to the first game at the start of the season, I mean, what more could you ask for? Tuesday night, under the lights, it was great. You took the lead. It was obviously we were frustrating the game. We were looking at it, going, "Oh, here we go again. It's not going to be like one of those seasons." But lucky enough, we got back and got a draw. It was a good game. You couldn't ask for any more. I'm hoping the same this week. But no disrespect to you or your viewers, we hopefully get a result this weekend because we kind of need to get the points back on the board. But I'm looking forward to it because I do enjoy coming down to your place because obviously the fans are great. They're very welcoming. The board's the same. Can't really ask for any more really. And the last time I was actually here, I think it was your Scandinavian club were there as well, and they were very welcoming as well because they watch Bangor TV as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting down there and seeing all the old faces from last season. So, and hopefully more goals. Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Well, hopefully we make you feel very welcome, but hopefully we actually come away with the 3 points. But we'll see what happens. Thank you very much for taking some time out and speaking to us here at LDTV.
And that game between Lisburn and Distillery versus Bangor takes place here at New Grosvenor Stadium. That's this Saturday the 4th of February. It's a 3 o'clock p.m. kickoff. And if you're free and you want to come down and support the Whites in the day, we'd love to see you.
It's now the part of the show where we get the latest score in the Colin versus Lydia challenge. The competition where at the end of the season, the loser has to wear either a Fulham shirt if I win, or a Chelsea shirt if Colin wins. So what is the latest, Colin?
Well, I feel like quoting the Thin Lizzy song, the boys are back in town this week, because it's been a good week for Team Hopkins and that we've closed the gap on you. Which is great news.
Right, well, what happened then?
Well, in this week we both did okay in our forecast, but I got bonus points through correctly forecasting the Limavady score, so I've reduced the gap by 2 points.
Okay, and how many did I get right? You got a couple of scores right?
A couple of scores right, but I got the same ones I think right as well. It's just that bonus score that made all the difference.
Well, that makes the challenge overall 11-6 to me, so I'm still 5 in the lead, Colin.
You're
so
still 5 in the lead, but the gap is closing.
Don't be getting too cocky.
That's the first week of comebacks. Next week we'll edge it a wee bit further,
We'll
and then
see.
the week after we'll see.
We'll
But no,
see.
it's good news for me. For once I've got a smile on my face at the end of this section. Okay, let's look ahead to this week's games. There's only 3 games outside of Lisburn Distillery this week, so if you want to go first, we have Limavady United at home to Dundela.
2-1 Limavady.
I'm also going to plump for a Limavady home win. I'm going to say 2-0.
Okay, right. Next we have Queens and Newry City.
Queens got off the bottom again last week. This has proven a real struggle at the bottom. One week it's Queens, then Sporting Leisure, and then Queens. And Queens got off the bottom. And to be honest, we both forecasted Banbridge would beat them. We both got that wrong. Queens got the result. So all of a sudden their confidence is a wee bit higher. Will they beat Newry City at home? I can see a draw there. I'm going to go for 1 each.
Okay. I'm going to go Newry City 2-0.
Okay. Interesting to see how that one pans out. And the final one then, Sporting Leisure, Tobermore.
Good old Sporting Leisure.
Always that is good.
Let's see.
She's looking
This fixture not
She's looking at the
happening.
league tables here, folks.
Yes, I have to take this very seriously. I'm not wearing a Chelsea shirt. I'm going to say I always do a wee 1-1 draw and it never pans out for me. But I'm gonna try it again. 1-1 draw.
I think Sporting Leisure at home will just about edge that one. I'm going to say they'll win 2-0.
Ooh, interesting.
And we'll see how that one pans out over the next sort of week. Once again, we'll give you a full update next week, but hopefully by that stage the gap will be closed even more than what it was this week.
Definitely not.
We'll see.
So that's just about it from another episode of Lisburn Distillery TV.
But just before we do go today, we want to give you a full update on the Lisburn Distillery share scheme, which gives you, the individual, a chance to own your own part of Lisburn Distillery Football Club.
Yes, so far we're delighted to inform you that the uptake in shares has been absolutely fantastic. We've had people from all around Northern Ireland, as well as people as far away as America who have bought shares in this brilliant club.
Yeah, we'd just like to name check a few supporters and followers of the club. Jason Geddes has been in touch from Michigan in the United States, and he's purchased some shares, so it's absolutely wonderful to have you on board at Lisburn Distillery Football Club, Jason. An extra bonus for him as well is that on his Twitter handle he's actually put a note, Lisburn Distillery shareholder, and that really was great.
Brilliant.
Good to have you on board, Jason.
Good man, Jason. We also have our good friend Jan Tholen from the Lisburn Distillery Scandinavian Supporters Club, who's bought some shares before messaging us with this. I'll just read it out. He says, bought some distillery shares today and now going to watch today's match on Twitter wearing a shirt and tie. Good man, Jan. So I think he's after the chairman's role there, I think.
He's more than welcome to it. I can just actually imagine Jan actually wearing the shirt and tie. You can probably follow that through. If you'd like to get involved with Lisburn Distillery Football Club shares, as we said, there are still available. They're £5 each, minimum purchase of 5 shares. And if you want more details, you can go to the club website, find out some information there, or indeed you can just drop us a line on the screen on the email address shown. We'll certainly get back to you with some further details.
Also, if you would like to get in contact with the show itself, we have our own dedicated email address, which is on the screen in front of you now. We would love to hear from you, whether it's for a shout out or just giving us some feedback. We would just love to hear from you in general. But other than that, thank you very much for watching episode 9 of Lisburn Distillery TV. Come on, you Whites.